So, this week has been kind of hectic. Had meetings in Panama. Had my first regional meeting, which is just where all the volunteers in this province meet up once every 4 months, and just catch up on office updates, catch up on things going on with agencies and within our province and whatnot. So that was this past week. It was my first one. It was originally supposed to be 2 weeks ago, but because of some bad weather in the country, we were on an emergency alert, so we couldn't go anywhere, and so all the regional meetings got postponed. So we finally had it this week. But I'll talk about that in a snippet. I didn't. What did I do on Monday? Oh, I washed clothes and did some general housekeeping around here, and whatnot, as well as Tuesday went to visit some more houses with Jessica and another guy who's on the Upper Water Committee. His name is Silverio. And yeah, so I show up and Silverio was like, because I'm wearing my chacos and I was just wearing like capris and stuff, because they told me we were just going to Paseo, which usually just means we're gonna walk on the regular road, and whatnot. And he's wearing boots, and I'm like, what? He's like, where's your boots? I'm like, at my house. He was like, why aren't you wearing them? I'm like, because no one said anything. And I thought it was just a regular day. And he was like, oh, maybe you'll be okay. I'm like, okay. It was not okay. One, there's a lot of mud. A lot of mud on my feet. I don't like mud. I really don't like it on my feet, because I'm like squishing to the mud. It was disgusting, because we weren't on the main road. We went up by the cemetery and then like on this like path behind there, which the day before, Monday, which is another reason that I didn't go and do anything, it had been pouring down rain, because we're in the rainiest part of the rainy season. And so, yeah. So it's like, at some points, we're not even walking through like normal paths. We're just walking through like the monte, which is like the forest. At one point, we're crossing over this body of water on a log that has been like fallen across, and there's no handrails, nothing. Okay, I don't do heights, because it's like high up. Okay, I can swim, but I don't do heights. I mean, I know it's over water, but it was like rushing water. I know there's rocks down there, and I probably would have died. So I'm like trying to like walk across those, and also, you know, not be the terrified gringo. I made it successfully across. And yeah, so like we're just like going through these trails. Just like by the time we made it to these houses, I was just like not in the right mindset, because one, I fell at one point because it's like so slick. Because even in, like, if you're walking in the grass part, like we're going down a hill, like it's slick because of all the water and mud and disgustingness. So I fell at one point. No surprise there. Fall a lot. And he was like, oh, this is why you should have worn boots. I was like, yeah, someone had told me. So if you'd just given me time, I could have walked back to my house, grabbed my boots, and come back. Like, it's no big deal. But no. I also told them, hey, I'm supposed to be teaching school English at the school today. I'm teaching both classes because I have meetings Wednesday and Thursday. And they're like, oh yeah, be fine. I'm like, okay. It's not fine. We did not make it back. So I didn't end up teaching English. So I gotta talk to the school tomorrow to see because this week's also weird because I have my regional leader coming to meet. So I talk with one of the teachers about moving around my thing, and I'm sure he's gonna be like, why weren't you here last week? And I'm gonna be like, wasn't my fault. But yeah, so like, I don't know, met some people, but wasn't anything. I was just frustrated because it's covered in mud, and yeah. Also, we didn't go back the same way, and we're going back, and I feel like we went back a longer way than it took to get us there. Because I don't know what it is, but every time we've gone somewhere, especially if it's like off the beaten path, we've gone one way and come back another. It's like my dad. My dad in the States, he will go one way to get to whatever place and then leave and come back a totally different way. It took me the longest time when I was growing up and when I started learning to drive how to get certain places, because we went so many different ways there and back that I was like, I have no idea how to get where I'm going. And whatnot, which is how I feel here, because we go so many different ways and I'm like, just need to figure out the path. But I don't know it. And I'll probably not visit those houses until it's no longer the rainy season, because it was so muddy and I don't want to go back out into the mud. But yeah, so that was my Tuesday. Kind of a weird Tuesday. We didn't make it back in time for me to go teach English at the school. But yeah, Wednesday went to Penn bought groceries for the next few weeks and got a ton of internet work done, computer work, and then also bought some more stuff for just like personal items, things I'm checking off on my list for things that I want, especially for when I have my own house. Found a battery operated fan, which I'm so stoked about, because I was beginning to give up hope that I would find one, but I went to this random store, actually in search of clothing, and ended up finding a battery operated fan, which is kind of a weird store, because like, okay, in a lot of stores here in Panama, especially like the like supermarket, bigger chain Panamanian like super department stores, that's the word I'm looking for, department stores, they make you, if you have a backpack or packages from like or other bags from other stores, they make you store it up front, because they're like worried you're gonna steal stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not stealing stuff, but whatever. So that's what I normally do at stores, but this is like a small scale store, so they don't typically have those. So I walk in, and I've already been shopping a little bit. So I have my bag, my backpack, and then I have like another bag. And so first this lady walks up to me, he's like, do you need any help? I'm like, no, I'm fine, I'm just looking. And then I walk into like another section of the store, and another lady comes up and asks me if I need help. I'm like, no, I'm fine. And then she proceeds to follow me throughout the store. Now, mind you, it's like a small store, and like the aisles are really close together because they're trying to smush in as much stuff as possible. And I'm just like, why is this lady following me? And then like when I went up to the register, she like watched me go to the register and watched me pay before she left me. I'm like, what in the world? I don't know if it was because I really didn't pay attention to other people in the store. So I don't know if it's because I'm a gringo or if that's like their normal store practices to make sure people aren't being thieves. I don't know. But it was weird. I'd rather just like store my packages than be followed around. It's weird. And yeah. But it was in that store that I found the battery operated fan. So it wasn't a complete loss. And it was really good. Yeah. So Wednesday, definitely a productive day, and whatnot. Then Thursday was our regional meeting, and I got up super early to catch a 6:30 a.m. Chiva so I could be there on time. Well, actually, I wanted to make sure that I was there early because I was afraid that if I called a later Chiva that I would be running behind. I wouldn't have time to get where I needed to go. But got to Panome and was able to eat breakfast, grab a few snacks before going to my meeting, which is good because the meeting was long. I wasn't starving without the snacks. Because we didn't get started till late. Because even though it's Americans, my meeting in Panama, it started late because nobody can show up on time. And yeah, because it's like, we're supposed to be starting at 8:45. It's like 8:40 and there's only like 10 people. Mind you, there's like 40 something of us in Coquelin. And so I'm like, this is not gonna bode well. So yeah, we ended up getting started late, and then so we had 2 agency presentations. The first lady, she was very succinct, and she was on time, and life was good. The second guy, first off, was late, so we waited on him for a little bit, and he had this long-winded presentation, and yeah, so it was just like, we already started from behind, and then we kept getting further and further behind, and they ended up cutting out stuff from the meeting, and whatnot. But it was interesting to see. It was nice to meet other people in the province, especially like I got to meet my site neighbor. I'd only ever talked to her via Facebook and WhatsApp before, but getting to like see her and then talk with other volunteers, also catch up with other people who were part of my group, and also just like other volunteers that I know in the province. So it's nice to see everyone. And afterwards I went with 2 friends. We went and ate lunch, and we tried to bum Wi-Fi, but it was not successful. And then hung out for a little bit before I headed back to site. So yeah, that was that. Pretty nice. Enjoyed being able to like meet other people, have a day at a site, do something a little bit different. And I'm very glad that I did the day before of shopping and getting everything together, because like everything ran behind. I ended up catching the latest Chiba I ever caught, which, I mean, I still got back in like right at dark time, but it was later than I normally head back. But yeah, and then took Friday as a day off because my week was crazy because just like traveling so much, and then the early days to get to Panama and back. Also, the 6:30 a.m. Chiba is possibly the fullest Chiba that I've seen. No, it is. And since I've been in Guabal, that is. I've seen full Chivas, but this one, like, we had 22 people in a 12-passenger van. Okay? Granted, some of those were kids, but still, just like a lot of people. Because I'm sitting here thinking, it's 6:30 a.m. on a Thursday. It's gonna be like every other Chiva. Oh no. Apparently that's the Chiva that a lot of the kids take to get to Colegio in other towns. So yeah, they take super early Chiva, which means, yeah, there's a lot of people. Also a lot of people going to work. So yeah, super early, super packed. But yeah. Saturday went to the Toma with the Upper Water Committee, and visited that. We got up super early, and went there. Super far, and at one point I thought I was gonna die because it was like narrow ledge walking across to get to another part, and like it's just a drop off the side. I already mentioned I don't like heights. This is my second time in 1 week to be at a point where I think I'm gonna die. But luckily, the community members I was with, they were super helpful. Because I had this moment where like I was like sliding in the mud. I had on my boots this time because I knew we were going somewhere where I needed my boots. But had my boots and I'm like sliding in the mud and feeling like I'm gonna fall off this edge. And luckily my community members were super, because I was just like frozen, like couldn't move, and like they're just like, what? But they helped me like get across and not die. Which I thought I was going to. But we made it to Toma, or to the two Tomas, because there's two Tomas that are connected by a union box and then are sent out to the community. By sent out, I mean like the water is flowing into the tubes. So I got to view the Tomas, and we talked about some next steps, which is really good because, as I mentioned before, our water committee meeting was not very water committee meeting-esque, and so it was good to see that like all we did was talk about, you know, the water situation and what we needed to do, and also just like general things like some meetings coming up and things like that. So I am feeling much better about that. We've got a tentative date to meet after I go and meet with Minsa on the 15th of November. So we're supposed to be meeting after that to discuss the options for adding in a filtration system to the aqueduct system, so as to filter out any of those terrible things you don't want in your water. And then also talking about building a cover over the union box. Currently all they have is a tarp, and so obviously that's not good for your water. So actually building like a true cover. And then also working on the leaks, because they have major leakage and whatnot. So looked at those and then just talked about like where we meet next. Very productive afternoon. Yeah, and ended up being a lazy bum the rest of the day because I was so exhausted from my morning hike. So it took us an hour there, an hour back, plus we were up there for about an hour, and even though it wasn't sunny yesterday, it was like hot and humid and whatnot. Luckily it didn't rain on us, because it definitely looked like it was going to rain on us, but thankfully it didn't. It waited to rain until the afternoon. But yeah, so it was just really hot. I came home and immediately took a shower because I was disgusting. I didn't fall though, so one victory. Didn't fall, didn't die. It's good. It's a good day. Yeah, so there's that. It's also kind of weird. This week is homecoming for my undergrad university, and it's the first time in 6 years I have not been to it. 4 years I was there for as being an undergrad, and then 2 years as an alum, and my friends are having fun in homecoming festivities, and then I was on a hike trying not to die. So, you know, different turn of events. But yeah, and today I did go visit people for a little bit, but it was about to storm, and I hate walking in storms, even with my umbrella and my raincoat. So I was like, gonna go home. Peace out. Because I hate walking in the rain. Yeah. So have my 1 month regional leader visit this week, and it's also one of the many Independence Days of Panama this week. Actually, there's a lot of holidays in November for Panama. So Friday there'll be a celebration at the school, and yeah, I gotta find something red, white, and blue to wear. Which isn't hard because we come from a red, white, and blue country. And then I'm here in a red, white, and blue country as well. So yeah, got to do the festival on Friday. Yeah, it should be fun. And yeah, hope life is well in your worlds. And hasta luego.